I'm here for Taurus USA talking about unsupported shooting positions. An unsupported shooting position is a position where you do not have any external environmental support, which could be a tree branch, resting the gun on dirt, or, use something you've brought along like a bipod or a tripod. Today we're talking about my least favorite, although more stable shooting position, the kneeling unsupported position. Why is this my least favorite position? It hurts. I don't want to spend too much time down in this kneeling position because even though I'm fairly flexible and fairly fit, this gets uncomfortable after an extended period of time. So let's get through this real quick as I explain this position. How I'm set up starts with my foot and my heel. You'll notice that my foot is completely flattened out on the ground and my ass is actually resting on my heel. That allows me to fully bend this knee and basically sit on my heel while my support side does a lot of the work of stabilizing the gun. On my support hand, what I've done is I've taken the flat part of my arm right above my elbow, and I've got that married up to the flattest part of my knee that I can possibly find. While this position will have a little bit more side-to-side instability than other ones, my vertical stability is going to be pretty good because I'm using the flat part of my elbow again on the flat part of my knee. When you put it all together, it looks something like this in a fairly stabilized position. Right now, the thing that's moving the gun the most is my mouth, which is talking, so I'm going to shut up and dry fire. Definitely more stable than a standing position. We're going to take one shot from this position, and then I'll show you how to drop down from the standing position into the kneeling position. That was an easy hit on target. Let's go ahead and stand up, and then we'll show you how to drop down into this kneeling position safely. Once you're up, you can assume that you're not going to be dropping into this position from a pre-prepared fighting stance, right? I'm not going to be standing up with my rifle like this and then suddenly have to go to a knee. What's far more likely is I'll be walking along, minding my own business, and I'll see something that I need to shoot, and I'll need to get into a more stable position than standing here on my hind feet to shoot at it. So here I am walking along and I see a target. To get into this position, I'm going to place my non-dominant foot forward and then immediately just tuck this leg and go straight down to the ground, landing in a crouch and on target. Let's try that in full speed with a round on the end of it. It took me a little longer to get settled into that position than I'd like, and the reason why is I caught my toe as I was going down. I'll now show you an alternative kneeling position, which is commonly referred to as a high kneeling position. In this position, instead of flattening my foot out, I land on the toe of my foot, and I still sit down onto my heel, but this is a little bit easier to get into if you have any issues with ankle mobility. So as you can see, getting into the high kneeling position is a little bit faster. I can tell you it is a lot less stable than taking that low kneeling position. But ultimately, what position you take will be dictated by your environment and the difficulty of the shot that you need to make in the field. It's a good thing that I've got the Taurus Expedition with me. Thanks to its sub-MOA accuracy, all of those shots are a lot easier.